Never in doubt, Matthew. That was a fairly strong, epic performance. What's your take on it?
Probably not the never in doubt bit. It's amazing what one kick can do to a change room. You know, it was a great game of footy in the balance right the way through, and we came out on top in the end. So really proud of the grit they showed. Because for a period there, with about 3 minutes to go, it probably didn't look like that was going to be the ending. But we dug deep. They got so many areas of our game right in those key moments. You know, our ability to score when they're just parking the bus, and then our ability to hold on. It was a really good moment for our group. It's nice to learn. It's even nicer to learn when you win. So our guys they'll take a lot out of this game.
How big was that for you guys? You know, you can see it from the outside, but just from your perspective, how big is that to come over their home game? They're 4-0, 5-0. It's their first start like that since '95. Just the meaning that it gives it to us.
Yeah, we haven't played a team yet this year that's lost. So, you know, that's been challenging. And we played some really good sides, and tonight was no different. You know, outstanding side. For us, that's a win on the road, and a win, not only a win on the road, but a close one on the road. A couple of things we haven't done. So, you know, to sit here now at Marvel and have a win against Carlton is a great result for our boys and our footy club. One that, I mean, it means a lot. You know, where we sat prior to that, we felt last week was a bridge game for us. We felt, you know, we found a little bit more of our system, and today justified that. It showed that we did get that system back. I thought the balance in our game tonight was back. That speed of ball, you know, we were able to move the footy at the right speed, you know, when we were required to, rather than just trying to go fast all night. Or, you know, we've been a little clunky in that space, so it's nice to find that tonight.
The intercepting game is such a feature of that. How did you rate those guys across the half-back and the middle?
Yeah, I thought we were challenged in that area early. I thought he was, you know, he was going to cause us a lot of issues. You know, he's dominant when he gets going, and we were able to adjust slightly and get that done. I thought our backs did a fantastic job against a potent forward line. You know, the ability to come off and help each other. It was always going to be a tough night for our key defenders, but I thought Jordan Butts, who ended up pushing through some soreness and just stuck it out for us, as well as Keane. You know, I thought, again, that's another step in the right direction. Well, probably a massive step forward again for Mark Keane and his footy. You know, for such an inexperienced player over from Ireland, he's playing some high-level footy at the moment. So, yeah, really pleasing the way we work behind the ball.
They were both sore, as you said. Butts was treated, and Keane had looked like perhaps ribs at one stage when he was collided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, both dug in. And, you know, there's conversations then around the sub and what we would have looked at with that. So we held that off, you know, knowing that, you know, there was a possibility that maybe Jordan Butts didn't get through. So, you know, just for those guys to hang in there for us and know how important it was. But their teammates also to come off and help. I thought Josh Worrell started that tonight. I thought he was, you know, really strong when it came to our team defence.
Speaking of the sub, is it fair to say that Sam might get a full game next week? Not just the goal.
He had a reasonable impact. Yeah, and some of that is, you know, we'll continue to look at the 22 and then who will impact the game. And, you know, we played him in that this week for that reason. It doesn't always play out perfectly, but tonight I'd say we give that a reasonably big tick. I thought he came on and he's got speed and power. He was able to get himself around the footy and impact the game. Even more than that, he's able to kick the winning goal. Probably adds to it.
The impact of Isaac and also Josh probably pushing further up the field at different stages. How did you assess those two?
Yeah, I thought they had a huge impact on the game. Isaac, we're slowly getting a little bit more on-ball time for Isaac, but not a lot more than he's been doing. It's just as we get our game going a little more and the system starts to click, you know, he'll find himself involved in the game more, similar to Josh Rochelle. And I thought if you talk about, you know, our most experienced player in Taylor Walker, I thought today was, you know, we gave him that chance to be dominant. And that comes off of our ball use and the way we move the ball, but also how we compete. I thought in centre bounce today at times we looked challenged in that area, but there were times where we got on top, and our it was our midfielders that were able to drive their legs out of there and give our forwards a better opportunity to compete. So, yeah, really pleasing. Areas we've been working on.
The thing that stood out against Melbourne was you're still having trouble with your connection.
Yeah.
Just forward and centre.
Yep.
How much, you kicked 16 goals, but how much did you think that you got it right?
Well, that was that balance probably that I'm talking about. A lot of commentary around it is we're going too slow. We felt we were a bit clunky in that area for different reasons. Sometimes it's not only what you're doing with the ball, it can be sometimes your shape off ball. And so we've done a lot of work, and that doesn't turn around in 1 week. And so we felt last week, we had a really strong game in that space, and we played a team that are just as strong in the area. And we didn't get a result we're after, but it was a bridge game. It was a step in the right direction. So tonight was nice to see us continue with that. In fact, I thought the game opened up a lot more for us tonight than what it did last week, and that's come off that a little bit more, an extra week of working on it. Building the confidence and the trust in each other that the game's there if we just play as a team. And so that's the most pleasing part of tonight. It was a team effort.
Charlie snatched that goal. He's been sitting. They've got 10 inside 50 to 2 for the last quarter.
Yeah.
You're basically 3 goals down. How do you move it from there? Because it's just looking like the momentum is all going that direction.
Do you want to do hypotheticals? I thought we held on. I thought the fact that we were able to hold on, I think, as you said, we were dominated the start of that last quarter. They just had us pinned in our back 50, and you take some luck. You take some where other teams may not hit the scoreboard at times, where he might kick 8 out of 10 from there. Yeah. You've got to take that. We missed some shots as well at times, but what we did do is we didn't give up at that point, and I'd say the momentum was definitely against us. Our guys again implemented a method that was able to get that back on our terms, and so that's where it's really pleasing. It's not a runaway victory. It's a really tight one where you get the job done.
Marks inside 50 was a really strong number. I think it was 18.
Yeah.
What did you attribute that to?
That's the balance of ball use. Yeah, it's not necessarily a contested mark. I think if you go back over them, there'll be some uncontested marks in that. We're able to take the ball off the line and challenge the opposition through the middle of the ground. And so it does make it easier, and the connection with our forwards and mids becomes a lot stronger. I think it shows how quickly it can change too from where we were a couple of weeks ago. We've been confident in that, but to be able to actually put it out there tonight was pleasing.
You worried a little about that crouch? There was a bit of a clash there in the outer wing in the last quarter. It was Carroll.
I didn't see it. From what sort of point? What point of view? Oh, okay. Yeah.
They were both going for the ball, and he got him.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't see that one.
Any injuries?
Well, nothing at this point. We'll have to see how a couple of the guys I mentioned, the key defenders, how they pull up. But yeah, hopefully nothing there. We don't need any more of those.
Thanks, guys. Okay,
Thanks, boys.